If they have 6 foot on their profile or up, they're almost always telling the truth. I think it's like too big of a difference.
Right.
If you're 6'3", you're going to be so proud that you're 6'3". That is going to be your whole personality.
How do we know this personally? Yeah. How do we know this personally?
First of all, 6'4", thank you.
Exactly. And he lets us know.
Can I out Evan really quick? He was
whoa.
about to change
Well, wait a second.
his clothes.
Let's talk about
to
that real
film
quick. Hold on.
this?
Yeah, because why did you want to be so special? That's what I want to know.
He wanted
Why?
to change.
Hang on.
Because this is going to be the third one we filmed today, but me and Billy,
We were going to have the same
outfits on.
That's what, can we talk about that?
Our viewers aren't idiots
Mr.
too. They're
White
going to be
Man.
like, why did Evan change?
Whoa. Hang on. We're talking about people with drip here. You going to call me out?
Thinks he's special.
Think I'm
Better than us.
I swear that you just called this the third episode. Do you know what episode this is, Ange?
You
I
don't
said
even know.
third?
You
No,
said
the third one we're filming today.
Okay, but what is today's episode?
Dating horror story.
I'm looking for a number.
Yeah.
Oh.
Episode what?
5.
Hey,
Okay,
she
we
got
got
it.
it.
Wait,
All right.
what?
Yeah, you lost her because you didn't say episode.
Man, I
Yep.
can't. I have to be so specific. That's the
Yeah.
problem. By the way, if y'all didn't know, we've got a new camera angle now. We've got the boys on one side.
The boys.
The
on that
boys.
The boys are back in town. Why
The
you making that
boys are
face?
back in town. Oh, copyright. Oh, no.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah,
I
we'll
was
be
out of key.
fine.
You was out of key.
Yeah.
But hold on. Why was you making that face?
Wow.
Cringe.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'm just feeling left out. That's why.
You
You
like
shouldn't
being
for all the men you bring.
Yeah. If for all you men out there, this seat right here in the middle, this could be yours.
She's never alone.
Ange's applications are open.
No. They are not open. We've established last episode that Billy's DMs are open, not
My
mine.
DMs are open. Y'all thought I was
You
gonna say
thought.
I wasn't.
You played
No, I'm just
yourself. Going back
Wait,
to
speaking of, since we talking about DMs, I
Yeah.
know you was about to say something. My bad, bro.
No, you go ahead.
But I'm curious.
Yeah.
Since me and Ange, we're the single ones on the
Right.
panel.
Right.
Ange, how you feel about dating apps? How do you
I'm on
meet?
them.
You're on them? Like
Oh.
today?
I'm on them. Yeah,
Ooh.
they're active.
They're
yeah.
active?
Oh.
How
Yeah.
you feel about them?
They're fine. Like anyone, I think, would prefer
Mhm.
to meet
In
a
person.
potential partner in person.
Yeah.
Right.
I think there are perks. Some people like to use the dating apps just for a hookup, something
Mhm.
casual, something short term, and that's fine. I think social media and the internet and online dating is great for something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
When it comes for looking for an SO, then I
Ooh.
would prefer, of course, in person. But if
Mm.
it doesn't happen to, I'm not completely opposed.
Now,
to
do you
meeting
find
in-
dudes actually walking up and saying stuff to you in person?
Well, what are they saying?
Are they trying to like talk?
Hey,
you
how
know?
you
Like-
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some make me uncomfortable, but yeah, they do.
It makes you uncomfortable?
Well, it depends on the context because there's people that will catcall, people that
Oh.
will touch me.
Dang, it's crazy.
Touch
There are
you?
people, yeah,
Like a grab or like a
a
tap?
grab, arm around the waist,
Ooh.
a tap.
Ugh.
Arm around the waist? Like just to get your
yeah.
attention? Or
Yeah, they would put the arm around on my back sometimes.
Ugh.
As I'm like walking past them, I'd turn and they'd be like,
Right.
"Come over here," and I'd be like,
Wow.
"No."
Okay.
All right, let's do our
Wow.
intro.
So that was our intro.
Yeah.
So you're on dating apps. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Wait.
not a
Oh,
fan of them.
I meant
wait.
like.
Wait. We need the dingle.
The
The jingle jingle.
The jingle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
the
the-
jingle.
oh, go ahead.
Yep.
And then she gets the floor, and then where's the
Why is
energy?
she
because
so
I did it because I
apprehensive.
did it while they were talking and now
Say
I
it with your chest. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Hype it up. Wow.
Reckless 3.
First of all,
Wow.
that sound like McDonald's. I think we're gonna get
There's the
copyrighted for that.
copyright.
No!
Ba-da-ba. Uh-oh.
That sounded similar, just worse.
It's not. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 notes
Uh-huh.
that were the same, but not even the same place.
Nothing she does
Mm.
is original. Original recipe. Nothing.
Originality.
All
not
I'm
in
saying
this
is that
house.
our catchphrase was all thanks to me.
Yeah, we still need to take a vote. Do the people like
Our
it? Do
pod-
the
our-
people like it?
The
keep saying it, and they're
podcast
like, "Can you
name-
all shut the up?" Like
All
we're
things-
done.
Yeah, they're
with
like,
this.
it's so stupid. I never liked it. I wouldn't buy no merch that says that. Yeah, we can't put that on the shirt. Probably not.
Oh shoot!
I don't know.
Okay, now I had it before we hop into the main topic because we always love getting off topic. It is a subtopic. You were bringing up the fact that about the meeting people in person versus the dating app.
Yeah.
So I'm curious: are you more inclined to date someone from your friend group versus someone that you might just meet naturally out in public?
No.
Friend group?
Yeah, like people that you've been close with over time,
No.
but then eventually, wow.
Yeah, no.
No.
Wow.
Definitely not.
Nah, if
Wow.
I've been friends with them for a while, it's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. happen.
then it means we're friends.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
We're friends.
For everyone out there, that means that, you're getting friend zoned real quick.
That does not mean that they're getting friend zoned.
It is.
No, how did you conclude that?
If they're part of your
How did he? He doesn't know because he's never had to date.
Shush. If you're
He's
part of
been
the
in a happy relationship and he doesn't know.
I'm saying if they're.
How did one become Z?
I'm talking about if they were a friend of yours over time, and
So he wasn't talking to all you guys.
No.
Let's play back what he said.
I'm saying it in the context if they were the friend of the group and they then had romantic feelings for you, and you'd be like, no, sweetie pie, friend zone. Is that
You
not
said
the
if
right
they were the
context?
friend of the group?
Like they were already in the friend group, and then they developed feelings for either you.
He's
or for
basically
her.
saying all of Billy and Angie's friends, your friend zone.
Yes.
Which is true, but I think
Yes.
you looked
It
at
is
the
true.
camera.
You just admitted it.
You looked at the camera and you said, all you guys.
Meaning them. I should have specified.
You should have
Oh
specified.
yeah.
I
That's
should've
what it
specified.
was. You wasn't.
I
Yeah, because it
wasn't-
just
I
sounded like
wasn't- You need to clarify.
anybody was friend
I
zone. That's what
wasn't-
you. Yeah.
I
that's
And I
what
was
you
like,
said.
whoa, whoa,
specified.
whoa. I didn't say
Sorry,
that.
guys. My jokes go over
The
the head sometimes.
miscommunication within this group is insane.
Dating horror stories.
But my original question was about the dating apps.
yes.
And
Are you on
yeah,
them?
No, I'm not. But I have there's fake accounts.
Oh, yeah.
With my,
No.
which I'm shocked, to be honest with y'all. I would have never thought somebody would steal
Wait.
my pictures.
Of you.
Yeah, and create an account. I would have never thought
Wow.
that. Like
Why would you choose him?
Wow.
real talk though. That's a real, because it's not like I don't take professional pictures. So
Yeah.
like why? I'm
Well,
not
it's
him.
no, but that's because they want it to be relatable. They want they
Sure.
don't want it to be super obvious,
Right.
right?
And
I
you
don't
also,
know. The messages that I get be wild, like, "Yo, Billy, is this you? I matched with you on Hinge, or I matched with you on Tinder." I'm like, "Yo, that's
But
They
people
not
do
me.
that.
they
People do
play in
that.
5D chess though because they know that people know you because they want to see if they can get to into some conversations because they think it is you.
fair." I mean, I was on it at one point, but once started doing the whole YouTube thing, that's when I got off of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ooh.
it still trips me out. So you
That's
haven't had
creepy.
anyone steal or make an
No,
account with you?
I don't think anyone wants to be me.
No.
Or
No.
the better thing is not that she knows of.
Yeah,
'Cause
not that I
there
know
could there
of.
could be somebody.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
could be someone.
Yeah.
Not that I
That's
know
Have
of.
you-
freaky.
Have you heard anybody using?
I've
Your
never
pictures?
downloaded a single one of the dating
No?
apps, so I wouldn't know.
No,
I-
you wouldn't have, because it's not.
Must
I
be
didn't
nice.
download any of the apps, but like they
No,
just sent
no
it
one's
to me in a
ever
message.
sent me
Oh,
anything
okay.
like that. They never said. Now, I mean, we've gotten the whole you want to get into catfishing. Like, there's Instagram account fakes ones. There's the text me on Telegram nonsense. There's all that.
This
stuff.
could be connected to dating stories.
All right, this is the Halloween episode apparently.
What was that? Is this episode
Because
coming
it
out
was,
in October?
It was
Wow.
dating horror stories.
I don't think we're filming
it was
that
dating
far in
horror
advance.
stories. So I was
It's
like,
still
oh my
summer,
God.
ain't it?
Yeah, I think we're in July at this
Catfishing.
point.
Maybe
Yeah.
August. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Have you
think
ever
July,
gotten
some August, something
catfished?
like
Well,
that.
no, you've never been on a dating. Well, actually, you can
No,
still
I
get
was on it.
catfished.
I was on it before. I just had recently. I'm not on it.
But you can still get catfished through
Mhm.
DM
Yeah,
and
I've-
through social media.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
gotten catfish a
Yeah.
couple different times. You know what I did?
What?
One time when I walked up and I seen who it was,
Yeah.
I just walked back to the car.
Wow.
Yeah, just walked back.
How
to the
did you
car.
know it was that person, though?
Because I called.
And they picked up?
They looked at their phone while it was
Mm.
ringing, and they were about to
Wow.
answer. and
You stood them up in person.
Wow.
Did they see you walk away?
Did they see? I don't know if they saw me, but it didn't matter at that point. I was in my car. My back
You
was turned.
left.
Yeah, my back
Yeah,
was
but
turned.
I mean,
Wow. Okay, wait. So I have so many questions.
oh boy.
How different was it?
Oh, it was a huge difference.
Whoa.
Huge difference.
Was it like even the same person or
Like
the same person that did
It
disrespectful
was-
kind of difference?
It was disrespectful to me.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it's disrespectful to whoever they're stealing the photos from too.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, was
Yeah.
it stealing photos or was it past photos?
That's something I didn't stick around to find out, but
Mm.
they didn't look like the pictures. And this is before. That's why at one point I started to just FaceTime before I would meet up with someone.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like, all right, let's FaceTime so that way you can see what's going
Yeah,
on. But
FaceTime is a great thing.
back then it was just like, I spend a lot of I talk on the phone a lot.
Right.
So back then it was just phone conversations.
Yeah, it's
So
like
we're
what
just
normal
chopping it
people
up.
do, but some people choose
Yeah.
not to do phone calls and choose to ghost you on not only text
Okay.
messages but
Yeah.
social media.
They're
apps.
flaming me.
Yeah, so that's how that ended up happening. But you never got catfish?
No, not to that
No?
extent where I would like show up and be like, "What?" I've had guys lie about their height. It's like so comedic.
So is it like the
So
6 foot
funny.
thing?
If they have 6 foot on their
Profile?
or
Yeah.
up, they're almost always telling the truth.
Okay.
Because it's like, why would you? I think it's like too big of a difference.
Right.
They're almost always telling the truth because
Interesting.
if you're 6'3", you're gonna be so proud that you're 6'3". You're gonna
Yeah.
that is gonna be your whole personality.
How do we know this personally? Yeah. How do we know this personally?
First of all, 6'4", thank you.
Exactly. And he lets us know. He lets us know.
Anyway,
We can't
Right.
all be 4'11" over here, Ange. Like, I'm sorry. It's
I
tough
am not 4'11".
But
5'4".
wait, so what is the height that they're lying at then, Angelina?
I had a person say that they were 5'10". Oh, and a 5'9". But they were very close to my height.
Wow.
Wow.
They were very close to my height.
Okay.
Wow.
Personally, height doesn't matter that much.
Uh-oh.
Really?
If I see it on a profile,
Uh-huh.
it almost matters more because it has to be something that I'm looking for,
Mm.
and then it's all X. But if
Yeah.
I'm in person and I connect with that person, and
You don't care.
they're in the shorter side, but we have that connection already, and that energy is there,
Yeah.
then it really doesn't matter to me.
But you're saying that you naturally
I
go
sound so pick me, by the way.
yeah, I
but
was about
that's not what I'm. But I do have preferences.
But you're
Right,
yeah,
right.
you're saying what it is.
Of course, I like guys that are taller.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. Just the
I would
general.
prefer for them to be taller, especially if I'm in heels too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just I have preferences.
That's fine.
Deal with
Everybody
it.
has preferences, and
Yeah.
you should be able to be okay with
Yeah.
whoever or whatever you're into.
And I don't think my short kings out there,
Oh, boy.
to be honest with you, height does not matter as much as you think. It really doesn't.
As long as the connection is there, like
Yeah.
honestly, and because even though these two guys have lied, I've actually been on more than one date with them because I found that I had a connection with them.
I don't know. That'd be weird. If you found out the get-go that someone had lied about their personal appearance, lied about anything that is like the basic things you were supposed to know about them before going on a date, would you continue to date them?
If I found out they lied,
Yeah, like you get
No.
in person.
no.
Mm.
I mean, because that's what made me attracted to them.
Well, no, it wasn't the sole thing that made me attracted to them, though. That's the
Mm.
thing. So that's why I would go out with them again
That's
if
a
we had a
pretty-
connection.
that's
If
a
we
pretty
didn't,
good-
then it's not because of their height.
Yeah.
It's because of the whole thing.
But you're just
So
saying.
then maybe I would date a subscriber
Oh, boy.
because it's like the
Sounds like
same thing, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
But then,
But that's why I said
then
maybe.
you
That's why I
yeah,
said maybe.
we just completely switched.
That's why I said maybe.
Revelations on the Reckless 3. That's
Yeah.
what's happening right now.
Because I guess the same would apply, even though they quote unquote lied.
Mhm.
What matters is like the connection at the end
Huh.
of the day.
Yeah, see, and you keep saying connection.
But
I'm attracted
being a
through eyes
subscriber-
first. I gotta be honest. If I like how you look and
Listen.
you don't look like that,
Hey,
But that's a huge physical attraction. Is a huge
That's a fair thing. I'm sorry to say this out there because I do like respect this, even being married, whatever. I think that the whole phenomenon that you have to immediately be attracted to their personality first, I don't think so. I think personality is what keeps you there, and I think
Yes.
that attractiveness is what gets you in the door.
yes,
Yeah.
you
That's what I
you
think.
stick around to find out someone's personality after the physical.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, if you become, infatuated with that person after those happens, and then let's say later on, like any number of things happens and the looks fade, but you
Yeah.
stay for the personality, that's because you built that connection. But
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
connection probably wouldn't have been there if you weren't attracted to them at some point or time.
Yeah.
to
And
get
let's
you
be
in.
honest, that's why our friends stay friends. It's because we don't have that physical attraction to
Mm.
them.
True.
Yeah. But has that ever happened in a time where someone has transitioned?
It has happened, and sometimes it doesn't work out that great.
Yeah, because then it's
'Cause
friendship.
then you lose the friend.
Yeah, that's a whole.
You
nother-
can't. Yeah, it's hard to go from like boyfriend, girlfriend, or
Right.
whatever to just friends again because
Yeah.
it's,
You
it's
know
a
what's
whole
kind of
different ballpark.
sad too? I think one of the biggest regrets I have in my life too is staying friends with someone that I knew who had the biggest crush on me or infatuation with me, and I wish I set that boundary early on
Yeah.
so that this person didn't feel like they were being led on
Oh,
or strung on.
you
Because
never told
I
them.
1000% strung them along, and that is
Oh.
my
owned it.
fault. That is
You
my
owned it.
fault, and that is one of the biggest regrets. Angelina, take two.
You got it. You got
That
it.
is one of the biggest regrets that I have made because that person was so important to me,
Oh.
Yeah.
and was such a big friend in a very dark time in my life.
Yeah.
And now that I lost them, it's
Yeah.
tragic, but all my fault.
Did the friendship end because eventually they tried to move those boundaries and you said nah?
I think I just woke up and realized that I was giving them false hope, and that is not okay. So I said we can't be
Yeah.
friends like this.
Yeah.
you know?
So it was one of those where it was like you guys were hanging out, but they thought it might have been something different than you thought it was.
100%. And I knew that from day one. I made another mistake where I was like, I prefaced it with that, but I don't think it was getting through with this person's head.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, I don't understand. We've been friends for so long. So let's just stay friends. Because I think he was trying to keep that foot in the door. Right?
Yeah.
And so I just said, I'm just not looking for a relationship that's not even on whatever. I just kind of let him.
So he thought if he sticking around long enough, he could break that wall down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I got into a relationship like a month later.
Yo, that's the worst. That's the
Damn.
worst. When you talk to somebody and they're like, I'm not looking for a relationship, and then they end up with like the next week.
That one stings.
Yeah, it's like I'm not with you.
Yeah,
that's the silent part.
You're not that guy.
Yeah, you're not him.
To be fair, I should have just said it like that and rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And I was trying to protect the feelings, but it's almost better just to be honest.
I'm telling you right now, we would prefer the honesty.
Just say that I'm not interested.
I would
in
rather
person.
know at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like,
I learned that the hard way.
definitely not protecting me by not saying anything.
No.
It actually hurts more.
100%.
Yeah.
Now I am so honest. I'll lay down the line.
Yep.
But learn that the freaking wrong hard way.
That is life in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Is literally taking important lessons and getting hurt and understanding your mistakes and knowing that we all up and that's okay. But as long as you get better after you up.
You know, I was the person to tell him that I got into this relationship.
Yeah.
So he didn't find out any other way.
Wow.
I just didn't want him to find out any other way.
Yeah.
It'd be disrespectful in that hand.
Wow.
But,
Well, I mean,
and then I apologized and I said that was my bad because I said that I didn't want a relationship and I clearly was just lying.
So
I tried to fix it.
That's brave. Not
Thanks.
gonna lie. That's brave. That sucks, but that's brave.
Well, it doesn't matter. He had to learn too.
Oh yeah.
So
no, he was eating
can't-
that friend zone over there in the corner. And
he had to learn a lesson too. So
bad dating stories.
Bad dating stories. Yes, bad dating stories.
Have you ever gotten friend zoned?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have. Now I
too.
can't come off the top of my head with but I know that it's happened. There was a girl that used to call me like her best friend or whatever. Like I had a thing for her, and she knew. She knew. I don't know when I woke up. Actually, I take that back. I do know when I woke up. It was when she went through a breakup, and you know, my simple self, I'm thinking like, okay, cool. Now it's my chance to get her. Because she calls me. She would call me anytime something would go wrong in her life. And I would be the guy sitting there listening to it, thinking like, "Oh yeah, she gonna realize that I'm him. Like, she can count on me.
Yeah,
right.
You're that guy.
Dumb, just dumb. Wasted all of my time. But it wasn't until I don't know the last breakup she went through. She called me. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm so glad that I can call you and talk to you about this because nobody else is picking up." And I was like, "Yeah, like we should probably go together."
Yeah.
Crickets.
Oh.
It was so damn silent on that phone.
I almost want to give you a hug.
No, don't.
After
No.
That. What? Whoa.
Stay over there.
But no, because that ain't
Get
happening
outta here.
today. I'm telling you that right now. It's not happening today. I've learned a lesson.
Right.
Did you see how fast he rejected my hug?
Yeah. Keep your goofy over there.
That's trying to be nice.
How was that nice? Let's talk about it. How was that nice?
It was a consolidation hug. It's like
You're giving me a.
It wasn't a pity hug.
You're giving me a pity hug.
It wasn't
That's-
a pity
it's
hug.
What
I
it
just
is?
wanted to give you a hug.
That's a pity hug.
Wait. It's literally like in school when you go to a sporting event and you compete and you don't get first place, you don't get second place, you get last place, but they give you a little medal that says you participated.
Yeah, no. I've
today,
never
buddy.
been a participation trophy. Where's my camera? I was never a participation trophy kind of guy. Like, look, I play to win. I didn't win that time, and that's okay.
You take your L's.
But shout out to her, though, because she still watches the stuff that I do and shows love.
That's at least she's a
Shout
good
out to
friend.
you.
Well, sure.
Okay. She really
Sure.
called you a bad friend.
You know what?
Sure.
You're-
I think I was more a friend for her than she was for me. That's normally how it goes,
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
That's normally how it goes. You end up spending more time listening to the problems of that person than they do spending.
Yeah.
And that's what made me wake up, too. It was just like, yeah, I am here for you, but how are you here for me?
Right. Shout out to the good acquaintance of the Reckless 3 podcast, whoever you are.
They're not watching this. I can tell you that. They're not watching this.
Dude, okay, so, and what about bad dating? What is a good...
Hold on, wait. Me and Ange have been talking majority of this.
Oh,
do you have
shoot.
a bad before you met your wife?
I actually do. I
Okay.
have a couple. of bad
okay,
stories.
go ahead.
One is quick. One is a little bit long out. Which one do you want?
Where we at on time?
Give them both. Oh,
We got time.
Okay,
we got 20. We're at what?
22 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got time. All right,
Give us both.
I'll do the quick one first, and I want to preface this with saying this does not encompass all people of this particular religion at the time.
Religion.
Yeah, religion. I
Jeez.
have to specify that.
Oh boy.
I dated for about 3 or 4 months a Mormon girl. And that was a very interesting time in my life where you're young, you're naive, and you think everyone's the one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie to you all. Certain people of the Mormon faith, not all of them, but certain people really stronghold their children and really stronghold the people around them and do some really weird stuff. And I've never felt more pressured, felt more scared, all sorts of stuff. And felt like this is kind of awkward. So it wasn't a good first big relationship to go through, but it made you learn a lot. Made you learn that you can get
Wait,
over
can we
the one.
clarify?
Yes.
They as in stronghold you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Not
Okay.
not
Not the girl.
No, me.
So they were trying to get you to do certain things
Yes.
because you're in a
Dating
relationship with this
a
person.
person of
I
this
see.
particular faith that is
Yeah.
very intense,
Mhm.
very,
Yeah.
very crazy. So it was a very awkward first relationship of high school and a very good learning curve of getting out of that sort of relationship. But that led me into the real fun bad dating story of, and I want to know your all's opinions because I'm betting money that you all have had these experiences before. So there was a girl that I was in a calculus class with, and we, she was really cute, really sweet. She was on.
I already don't relate because I didn't take calculus.
Oh boy,
I didn't go to school.
Oh
What
boy.
is-
No, this is high school. This is high school.
Calculus.
This is high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
this is
there.
high school.
I
Okay.
finished
I
that.
went to high
Yeah,
school.
I
I got that
I met
degree.
my wife in high school. So
Oh, okay,
this is
okay,
what
okay.
this, all my stories had to be from high school. Thought this girl was really, really cute. What? What? They had to be from high school.
No, me and Billy just looked at each other and we had a mutual understanding.
What? What did I
Go ahead,
do?
finish the story.
Just finish your story.
You all even want the story?
Go, bro.
We want the story. We want the story. We want the story.
I feel like, all right. I'm gonna do my own thing. We got.
Yes.
It's
Go
not
ahead.
you. It's not you.
Oh, it's not you. It's me. Oh boy, I'm getting rejected right here on the Reckless 3 podcast. That's crazy.
Go ahead, bro.
Anyway, so this girl, she was cute, she was fine, whatever, and we decided that we were gonna go on a date, and the date was gonna be that we were going to bake Christmas cookies because it was
Yeah.
Christmas time.
Aw.
Yeah, I know, so sweet, so all that stuff. Every single interaction that I had with this person before the date had always been wonderful, been really nice, really sweet. She was cute, and thought it was gonna be great. The second, and I mean the second, it was me and her alone in any sort of, we went to the store, we went to the house, whatever. Literally within 2 minutes of being alone with this person, I knew there was nothing. There was nothing going forward, and I had to swallow the fact that I was going to have to bake cookies with this person for the
Wait.
next 4 to 5 hours.
Cookies was y'all baking?
Bro, it was one
She
of
was
those.
at a bakery?
No, it was one of those where we were making Christmas cookies for like our families, and we were like doing different little batches or whatever.
There would have been some family
4 to
members
5
mad with me.
hours.
Yeah.
That's like
Whatever-
2 movies.
2 movies.
Maybe even 3 movies.
Anyway,
How many family members get together at once?
Yeah.
why are we
with
harping
y'all?
on this
I'm
part of
Why
the
do you
story?
need more than 12 cookies?
It's just like I've never baked cookies that took 4 to 5 hours.
Okay, we didn't have any of the ingredients. We had to go to the store to get the we had to then go home and then make
so
the
that's
shit.
more than just baking cookies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, you made it sound like y'all was in there
No,
literally.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying
Okay.
from the date was from me picking her up to go to the store, then
Yeah.
go to home, and then make the all
Oh,
that
okay.
stuff. Yeah.
All right.
But within 2 minutes of me picking her up, I
You knew.
knew there was nothing going forward, and I had to sit through this. And she did not feel the same way.
You
she
should
thought,
have ended.
I
You
didn't know how.
You should have stopped it.
I didn't know how.
Wait, so you had how many dates before this cookie date?
This was the first one, and I knew immediately.
Sometimes
And
you-
there
Wait,
was no
the
dates
biggest
after
mistake
this.
was that you made a second date before the first date.
We were in high school.
That was the issue.
My whole point in this
Why
was
would
is
you make a
that
second one before even going on the first one?
my problem is
We
that
planned marriage
oh my
at
god.
the first text, and you
can't.
don't get it. You don't get it. That's why you're not married and Mid is.
That's why I'm segregated.
That's why you're single and Mid is married.
My point is that I had to accept the fact that I was going to have a full date of
You
literally
didn't have to accept it. That's the thing.
He did. That's his point.
But he did. But he
How
did.
did I not? How would your rude done it? Let's hear it. Come on.
Hey, I don't think it's working out.
After picking her up in the car?
Yeah, I would have pretended like there was something wrong with my car.
So anyone out there?
I would have been like, oh,
Hold on. So that first date was the cookie date.
Yes.
That was
She
the first date.
walked in and you said no.
No, within 2 minutes of us talking.
2
Yeah,
minutes.
it's a vibe.
Talking.
He felt the vibe was
the
off.
vibe was off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
vibe
wasn't-
was off
right.
immediately, and it never changed. And
Yeah.
I knew,
And he felt it. She didn't feel it.
she didn't feel it. So it was that awkward situation of one person thinks that the date is going great,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and the other person's like, "Dear God, can the date end?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
worse.
was leading to.
Mhm.
Is have you all ever experienced that?
Yes.
Yeah, but I've never sat in it. I've
Okay.
never. as
So
soon as
what would you do in that sort of scenario?
And your scenario, I told you, the car. There's something wrong with the car. Like the battery's dead. It's putting. Like I would have been started to drive and tapping the brake until
Would you have
I don't know what's going on.
the block and just
I-
roll
What's
back to her
happening?
house?
What's happening?
I would have pulled over, popped the hood, stood in front of it,
It's
texted
theatrical.
texted my boy,
Oh,
and been
no.
like 911, and my boys know what that means.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
bring
All
the,
of them know what it means.
bring
Yeah.
the
So
jumper cables, make it look like a whole show.
Yeah.
I would have texted him 911 within 2 minutes. He would have been calling me, and I've been sitting in the front seat making sure she hears it.
Yeah.
Put him on speaker. Hey, bro, I don't know what's going on with my car, man. I need you to come.
Wow.
Hey, sorry. I know we had a date,
Yeah.
but something's going on with my car. And guess what? She would have. Oh my God, I understand.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But you know, at the,
She
end,
would have known.
at the end of the day, that's because we
She wouldn't
them,
known.
we them boys, we
She
them
wouldn't
boys.
No,
She
no,
would've known.
She would have been
She
like,
would've
"Oh no,
known.
that's okay." She would turn. She would go home, and she would be like, he didn't feel a vibe," and that's okay.
I doubt
She
it.
wouldn't. And you don't know how many dudes probably hit you with
Oh,
the
boy.
911. You don't even know.
No,
Oh,
I've never been left early on.
All right, we need to knock her head down a few pegs right here.
Yeah, she's never
I'm just
been
a
left early
great
on.
time
Yeah.
to be around.
Okay, go ahead, Ange. What is your story? You said that you
So I
felt
did have one of those as well.
right.
Mhm.
I didn't stick around for 5 hours.
Oh boy.
So you ended up doing 5 hours with this girl?
That man made
Yes.
cookies with her. They ate it together. She
Wow.
fed it to him.
Now, I didn't say all of that. Hold on. Wait a second.
But that was the last date, right?
Out the
It was,
same
it was
cup.
the first
The-
and
and
last
only-
date,
great,
and
okay.
it was immediate ghosting on texting after that as well.
Dang, he ghosted
Yeah,
her.
No, like in calculus
left her.
class, I put the book up and I was like,
Jeez.
"Sorry, I'm really busy."
Can you
Yeah.
really go somebody when you still got to see him in class every day?
Oh yes, you
Yeah.
can. Yes,
he
you
said,
can.
"I made that work."
Oh yes, you can.
You did that one, but you couldn't leave her.
I should have asked the teacher, been like, "Hey, I need to sit in the back."
Y'all sat next to each other?
We sat next to it. She sat, but here was the blessing though. She sat behind me, so I didn't have to
Oh.
see anything. I was like,
Yes.
"Oh man, I'm
I
really,
didn't have to see her.
She
Ugh.
was fuming.
Eyes
She wanted
forward.
to smack you in the back of the head.
She probably could have anytime she wanted.
Yeah, high school you sit so close to the people around
Yeah.
You
you.
do.
It's
And,
really
and
uncomfortable.
mine was we had assigned seats, so we never
Yeah,
changed. Yeah, that's why I was saying, I should
Some
have
classes
asked, like,
for me it was like that too. It was
I need
weird.
to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I did have a date like that. It didn't last 5 hours, but I did stick around for maybe an hour and a half
Okay.
before I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
I gotta
it-
go. I think it was around the same thing as what happened with you, Evan, where it wasn't even the me seeing them for the first time.
Yeah.
I was a block away from the meeting spot, and
Oh.
I called them to be like, "Hey, I'm a block away."
Oh, I think I remember. Yeah. I know this
Yeah,
one.
and
Yeah.
it just already the vibe was not there. I think this person was really, really nervous, which is not a bad thing. That
Right.
that part is okay. It
I don't
was,
think so.
It was
Uh-oh.
it was just I felt that there was no connection.
Yeah.
That it was so much tension, but in the awkward sense.
Yeah.
And I felt like I couldn't even be me. I couldn't even be comfortable
Oh.
because of how much uncomfortability there was.
Yeah.
I also felt like this person was really putting up a front or really
Yeah.
trying to, which
Yeah.
is not, I don't vibe with that in first dates because I feel like first dates you should be nothing but yourself because you're also, why are you trying to impress me? You don't know me.
Right.
Yeah, there's no need for that. Anyway,
You don't want him to impress you?
they can impress me with their character,
Mm.
but there's no need to be someone that you're not.
Oh.
And I feel like I can read that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least with this person, yeah.
At least with them.
At least with this person.
I want to
yeah.
know what does impress you on a guy on the first date.
Oh.
Do you know?
I do know.
Okay.
I really like it when a person is down to earth
Yeah.
and they're just themselves. They're so comfortable in their skin
Yeah.
because that translates to confidence,
Yeah.
right? And self-esteem
Mm-hmm.
and respect, an amount of respect for themselves. So even though they're a little goofy, maybe they're a little eccentric, I love that
Yeah.
because at least you can be yourself around me.
Yeah.
Anything else that just comes with like romantic chemistry.
Yeah.
Be nice to servers.
Tip
Yeah.
your waitresses. Make
Yeah.
sure you do. Tip
Give
your
me-
waiters.
Don't be rude to the staff. You can tell a lot about someone on how they talk to their waiters.
Yeah.
So this person actually asked me. I forgot how this came up, but they asked me, "Do you smoke nicotine?"
Oh, okay.
Nicotine.
Oh,
Nicotine.
nicotine.
Oh, dang.
And
think
I said,
smoke,
I
think
am
weed.
I am not a nicotine person. I think nicotine addiction is very bad
Right.
and not good for you.
Right.
So that's not for me. I would never judge anyone for decisions that they make. That's
Yeah.
not where I'm going with this. I would never judge anyone for, having it.
Right.
Because I have plenty of friends, right? But
Do you?
Oh boy.
did smoke. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah. I set myself up for that one.
Okay.
Got dunked on. All right. Anyway.
And this person, me too.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, no.
Smoking so bad.
Oh boy.
And about 25 minutes later, it was not that long after, it just somehow came back up.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't bring it up to me then, but I think, again, it was that nerves. And that, really trying to just put up a front. But then later, he realized, like, he couldn't hide it because he's addicted. So he needed to smoke it.
Yeah.
So he takes it out, and all of a sudden, he's like, yeah, I really need to quit this. And I was just so, like, you just heard me dog on nicotine. Why didn't you just bring it up? And like, it would have been totally fine.
Yeah.
I even said, like, I get it,
Yeah. Of course.
It's tempting, it looks cool, and once you try it, it's hard to stop.
Right.
And no, that the guy just completely blew through that opportunity to bring it up, and it just became so awkward. I didn't know how to after that, I was like, yeah, you should.
Right, that was it?
Because what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do?
I mean, you could have done a Reckless 3 jingle or something.
He didn't even ask me if he can smoke it in front of me. He just did it, which was
that's
another
not
thing.
good.
Yeah, because that's kind of also common courtesy.
Yeah, on a
See
first
if it bothers
date.
somebody.
And he knows that I don't like it.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I also told him that I'm not, at least at this time, I didn't drink casually at all because I had a bad drinking experience before. I break out in hives sometimes.
Right.
I have a lot of skin conditions sometimes when
Right.
it comes to my body heating up, and alcohol, that's what it does. It heats up your body. I said at that point I was not drinking at all.
Right.
And he took me to a rooftop bar
Oh,
at the end of the date after
Oh.
I said that I don't
You're not
really
drinking.
drink.
Yeah.
his ears aren't working.
I was like, I guess I'll get water. But at that point, I was already turned off by the date.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, if you're not going to get anything, I'm not going to get anything. So
Then
I was
why are we
like,
there?
so we're going to just sit up here?
Yeah.
It was really weird. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, and this guy pretended that he didn't know that I had a YouTube channel.
Oh.
But I 100% know that he does because
Wow.
he follows my Instagram.
Wow. You know what they say?
The full circle.
Problems comes in 3, just like the Reckless 3. That's right.
I don't know how you can,
That was pretty
why'd
good.
you even pretend?
That was pretty
I
good.
don't know why this person even pretended.
Because they were nervous.
They were nervous.
That's what it is.
But
Not
it's like, why
stupid
would
or anything like that.
How old was he?
25 or 26, I
He
believe.
too old for being
Yes,
that
it was a little
stupid.
too old.
To be fair,
He also tried to guess my last name. He was like, I bet you're a Kim. And I'm like, it's on my
Oh.
Instagram.
I was gonna say, yeah, if he follows you on social media, that's not a.
Yeah. You know what? That wasn't it. I recalled it wrong. I said, oh, I'm a Kim. And he goes, really? You look like a park to me. That's what it was. I was like so stunned that he said that because he follows me on Instagram.
He was trying to make it seem like he didn't follow you on Instagram.
Exactly. That's what the cringe part
He was trying to be funny.
See, if
Yeah.
he was trying to do the name thing, he would have probably said, hey, I
Oh
bet you
my
a
gosh.
kiss that I can guess your last name. Thinking he's
Yeah.
all clever and stuff.
She wouldn't have went for it though.
I
She
would've
No,
wasn't
said
there's
feeling
no
no.
way. There's
Yeah,
no
she wasn't
way.
feeling.
But that's what he,
No.
that's what
If
he
I
had
don't
to
want to
do.
kiss
Yeah.
someone, I will make it known. That has happened before too.
Now that is a
Oh.
bad
Where
dog
they went
story.
in for the kiss.
Oh.
And I said, nope,
Stop.
There.
stop.
In the name.
Oh,
Billy,
Yes.
do you have a bad dating story?
bad dating story. It kind of ties in with what Andrew was saying as far as people not mentioning things and not saying certain things at the beginning if they do it or whatever. So there was a young lady that I talked to. Legal. Let me make sure because
Oh,
you
boy.
can't say
Yeah.
young lady but yeah. You can't
Everybody
do that
was
no
over
more.
the age
I
of
would
18.
never have assumed.
I don't know what people assume anymore.
No.
So
We
just
should
in
just-
case.
We should
Right.
preface. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I ask the age now?
I think she was older than me. I think
Oh.
okay.
I think I was
So why'd you say young lady?
20. Oh, I was trying to be nice.
Yo, youngster over there.
I was trying to be nice. She
That's confirmed that Billy.
is what?
It's me. He thinks it's mean when you say that it's old. That they're old. She's old.
What are you saying?
I
Let me
don't
go to
know.
my story.
I was just
So anyway,
Imagine the pinwheel thing, the loading
Like,
screen. That's
what?
her the entire
She
time.
took a moment to say nothing.
I don't know. She stopped the conversation.
I was
stop
trying
the
to say
conversation.
how like you're saying it's mean to call someone old, but there's nothing wrong with being old.
I just wanted to say
Flunked
young
my
lady. That's
insult.
just the truth. I didn't really go
Billy,
into
this
whether or not it was
young
mean or not.
lady
She
who was
flipped this
old.
into that.
Right. This
A young
episode
lady
is
who
about
wasn't
the
young
boys,
at
so
all.
let's ignore this girl.
I mean, her
over
age
here.
was going to tie into this story for me later on.
Okay.
Once I
okay.
finished.
Yeah. Go.
But I think she was 31 or 32 or something.
Okay.
I was like maybe 25, 24. I don't know, 25, 24, something like
Okay.
that. But
Okay.
so this was back when I was on the little appy app joints. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
met her off an app, was talking. Like we were messaging back and forth, and eventually she was just like, because this is when I was heavy in grind mode on YouTube. So
Oh.
like messages were like sometimes it would be like days. So eventually she was like, hey, let's just get off this app. Let me just text you. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, look, you see I don't text that
Right.
great. So the best thing to do is call me. You know that now.
Yep.
Angelina knows it now. Like the best way to get a hold of me is a call. So she was like, okay, cool, let's FaceTime. So we FaceTime and we did that for a couple weeks. Conversation was good. It was flowing, no issues.
Yeah.
Eventually she was just like, well, I want to meet you. And I was like, well, look, I can't do no date right now because I'm working.
Right.
Like I got a lot going on because it wasn't only just YouTube. I had the other projects outside of it.
Right.
But she was like, well, look, just tell me what time you're gonna be home, and I want to pull up on you.
Oh.
So, and it's the first like meetup. So I was like, you sure you trying to do that? Because I get off kind of late.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't care. I want to meet you. Like, because I guess she was feeling me that much. So she was like, I want to meet you.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool.
Was the context though to be like it was just a fling, a thing, or was it?
No,
like,
to me, we was talking, like just getting to know each other. I wasn't
Yeah.
rushing anything because
Okay,
I was
yeah.
working. So to me, it was just like we just talking. And even with this meetup, I was like, look, I got to be at work at 05. So just to let you
Ugh.
know, I'm not going to be up all night, just to
Yeah.
let it be known that I'm not on that time when
Right.
you come. That's not what she thought.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not what she thought.
Boy.
But that's not even the bad part of the, for me. So
Yeah.
anyways, like within our conversation, we were constantly talking about how we like people to be honest. We don't like people to keep stuff from us. Like we want to know everything at the beginning, so that way it gives us the choice whether we want to deal with them. Like
Yeah.
Right.
like what you was talking about with smoking. Like we were talking about how like, cause I don't drink and I don't smoke. I've never done it. I mind with smoking, but drinking is like, as long as you ain't too crazy with it, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I've heard too many horror stories with alcohol. So like, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
tend to play around with it too much, but we had that conversation. She was like, yeah, I get it. And with this dating stuff, people constantly lie, whatever. So I'm thinking like, okay, cool. Like to me, that was her building trust in like, okay, she's an honest person. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
So long story short, after she was like, I want to meet you. She comes over to my house. Everything was cool. She came inside, sat on the couch. I didn't notice anything different. And as we were sitting on the couch, we were talking. At some point in the conversation, like things was good. Like,
Right.
we were sitting there laughing, keying it up. And somewhere she was just like, hey, I got something I want to tell you.
Oh. Boy.
Oh God.
And I was like, what are you about to say? Because this is like
'Cause you
our
guys
first
been
time.
talking, yeah.
This is like you're here chilling
Right.
at my place. We haven't known each other that long for you to have a we need to talk moment.
Right.
So what is
right,
it?
Right.
She just finally comes out and she's just like, I'm pregnant.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. She was like, I'm pregnant. And
Oh my
I'm looking at her
gosh.
because like she's like a smaller, she had to been like maybe 5 foot.
Yeah.
And like literally when I say that was all in her belly, it like her baby weight, there was nothing else. So when she came, she had this oversized like sweater or something. So and I hugged her. Normally when I give hugs, it's like a full embrace. Like I don't
Yeah.
do that whole like church hug thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
Side
do it
hug?
that time. Yeah, I don't do that. If you're gonna
Cringe.
hug me, you're gonna give me a full embrace. Like that's just
Yeah.
bottom line.
Do
Yeah.
not side
So-
hug someone you're taking out, please.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But when she came in, like she was kind of fumbling and stumbling. She was talking to her friend, and which I understand it was a safety thing. It was late at night,
Yeah.
whatever. So her friend wanted to make sure that she got to my place with no issue. So that's the reason why the hug was the way that it was, because
Right.
she was trying to hang up with her friend, but her friend wouldn't hang up the phone.
I
Right.
see.
So
Right.
that's why I didn't get a chance to like really like, because if I would have hugged her,
You
I would have
would've
felt
known.
something. But then also you don't want to make the
No.
assumption.
No. There's
Right.
no way of knowing.
But when she was sitting on my couch, I did notice a bump, but then also I was just like, maybe I'm just tripping it. Maybe it's just the way that she was sitting on the couch. But anyways, when she was just like, yeah, I got something to tell you, I'm pregnant, immediately I went back to our conversation about how we appreciate people telling us stuff at the beginning and giving
Yeah.
us the option whether or not we want to deal with that. Because now it puts me in a scenario where it's like, man, why did you come all the way over here? First of all, it's late at night. So I was upset at that. Like, you
Yeah.
came to my apartment at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. It's not only you, it's a baby inside. What if something happened to you on your way here?
Right.
I'm the last person that texts you.
Right.
So if something happened, it's going to be on me. So I was upset about that. I was like, so did you know, like, what if something would have happened? Or what if I was crazy? Like,
Right.
what if
Yeah.
something, she's like, well, nah, I trust you. You don't know me.
But
You
it's,
don't.
you haven't even met me.
This is our first time meeting in person. She was like, I know, I knew that you were safe or whatever. So that in itself rubbed me the wrong way. And then also just her showing up to my place that late being pregnant. To be honest, showing up that late in general was bad.
Right.
Interesting.
But it is what it is. It is what it is. But
that's how you know that he wasn't that opposed
Yeah,
to it.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not opposed. It was the fact that she was pregnant because you got a whole nother
Yeah.
life, and I have a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, I'm looking at it differently. Like, you're the most vulnerablest you can. Is that a word, Ange? Vulnerablest?
No, I think
Vulnerable.
it's most
You're the most
vulnerable.
Vulnerableness isn't a word.
No.
I just
but
made it up.
I'm saying vulnerable might have to be a spelling bee.
I mean, that's easy. That one's
That
easy.
is
Ain't no
easy.
point in spelling that one.
Oh,
But you're the most vulnerable when you're pregnant. And okay,
Right.
so that was the kicker for me. Was I was like, okay, well, how far along are you? She was 7 months pregnant.
Oh.
Wow.
And she wasn't showing that much at all? Like for
Like,
being 7
when I say that
months?
she was like literally just like all belly, she was legit. It was just all belly.
Wow.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that. It wasn't really that big. So it's like I knew once she dropped that baby, like she snapped right back into place for sure.
Right.
And also with like dating app culture, she had so much opportunity to say it before you guys even met up.
You know, because of course I had my slew of questions. Like, because I was just like,
Of
well,
course.
why didn't you say this at the beginning? Like,
There.
why didn't you tell me? And she was like, well, if we were never going to meet up, there was not going to be any point. I was just like, what? But you spent all this time
Getting to know me.
texting, FaceTiming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like, what do you mean? And then she kind of slipped up and let it be known that she has mentioned it in the past. And the guy suddenly stopped talking to her. So it was just like, okay, so you've seen that, you know, it
She
scares some dudes away when you say it.
But that's
Yep.
sneaky too, because now you're just trying to emotionally attach me to you
Mhm.
Yeah.
so that you would still talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That now we don't even know what to do about it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what's the word? Like,
Strongholding.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of putting this invisible chain on me.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
No.
It didn't work. Well, I mean, it was a little too
But-
soon. If that's what she was
but-
doing, I think she laid down the line a little too fast.
Yeah.
But either way, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Don't
but
do that.
That's not where the story ends.
So how'd you?
Oh, it's
how'd
not
you
where the
leave?
story
Wait,
ends?
there's more.
Uh-oh.
It's not where the story ends.
Oh, no. What?
So-
There's more?
You know, as I was going through my question, because I was calm the whole time. Of course, a part of me was fuming and I was upset.
Right, of course.
But it was just like, all right, well, let me not make the scenario worse. There's nothing I could do about it. She's pregnant. But just I asked my questions and I was just like, well, you know, like, what did you expect to happen here? Like, because she started to fall asleep on my couch.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, you probably should get back. You got work in the morning. She was like, nah, I mean, like, I got a bag in the car. I can, you know, just get ready in the
What?
morning. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So for her, it's kind of like with your date where you were ready to go home and
Yep.
she was having a good time.
Yep.
And it's because I kept my composure so well
Right.
that she thought I was cool with her just telling me she was 7 months pregnant.
Oh,
And maybe
no.
at the beginning, I really don't know how I would have responded at the beginning. I know how I responded in that moment because I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you already showed me I can't trust you. You can't be honest.
Yeah.
You
Right.
can't tell the truth. So
Right.
this is not going to go anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Already. But at the beginning, it still probably would have deterred me from talking
Yeah,
to
I
her.
was about to
If she was
say.
just
Yeah,
honest
of
with it, because
course.
it's like, yo, you're 7 months pregnant.
That's,
Yeah.
that's hard.
But again, we're not wasting time.
I really don't. It was a game to me. Like you're
Mhm.
playing, and it was a dangerous game because again, not only after she left my house, but like once you drive home, if something happened to you on your way home, still
Yeah.
They're gonna
you
be
were
like,
at my place. That's the end of it. That was my dating
Can't
horror
believe
story.
She said she packed a bag. She was
so
confident.
it was premeditated.
Yeah.
That she was like, look, if this goes well, I'm gonna stay with him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
After one meeting.
that's crazy. Not even one meeting. That
Well-
was the meeting. There's something, because I'm kind of like the unbiased party here, that I've pulled from both of y'all's stories that I think
What's
is great for the podcast. All you have to do in life is just be honest. Literally, both of your stories, they may not have ended well either way, but if they had been honest about things, you wouldn't have as much to be upset about.
Ended well for me.
I was about to say, I ain't tripping.
Fine.
I'm not tripping.
And ended well, but it's all
I mean,
good.
I mean, in the sense that it wouldn't have necessarily been a bad dating story. It would have
Mhm.
just been like a one date. It was whatever, and then done.
You know what? Now I got a question.
What's that?
How do both of you guys feel about it ties in with my story? How do both of you guys feel about like dating and being pregnant.
I think that's a whole nother, because we are already at the time to wrap it up, because I think
I
that's
wouldn't
Maybe
have
you
a
could- we
partner
could
that would
tease it.
be pregnant.
Yeah, I think that's
I mean, like, would you date if you was pregnant?
I think that's a teaser. That's a good get into the next episode question.
Episode 6?
Episode 6.
Six.
I
Okay.
think that's yeah.
Would I date if I was pregnant?
So we're gonna leave on a
Oh,
cliffhanger.
shoot, that's gonna be a good
Dun, dun,
one.
dun, dun.
If you all are not already following us on all the audio-only listening platforms, what are you
Yes.
doing? And make sure that while you're over there that you leave a review and that you
Do that.
download an episode that's
Right now.
free. It's easy.
Yes.
It's right there for you. And also make sure that you are following us at all the different social medias. We got a TikTok. We got a Twitch. Or not Twitch. We got a TikTok. We got a Twitter. We've got a Facebook. We got a Meta. We've got an Instagram. We literally have everything.
Everything.
And a YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe
Yes,
and
sir.
leave a comment down below. We're going to have an email down below
Yes.
that you all can submit your bad dating stories to.
And then we're gonna rip y'all apart
Oh,
to see who is the
shoot.
true asshole in the scenario.
Wow.
Yes.
And you all know, because we're all one big Reckless 3 family, we're going to find out who's really reckless out
Yeah.
there.
Whoop,
I
whoop.
cannot wait until we have an audience and we can actually interact with them. We can
Oh.
Yeah.
commentate on their stories.
wait.
It's gonna be great.
Read the comments.
Oof. It's going to be so much fun. And can we get a little jingle out of here?
Dun 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 dun. Reckless 3.
Oh, that was
Reckless
original.
3.
Oh, all right. That was episode 5.
Episode 5, and we are outie.
Bye.